Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you are well. Here is Gael. I have some wonderful news today. I'm super excited to do this video because for some time now, I have been reflecting and doing some inner work about knowing what my path is and what I want to do from now on in my life. Um, if you guys haven't seen two of my previous videos, one being at the service of Source in the collective, and also the video where I talk about listening to your soul's voice. I don't remember the exact title, but I mean, you'll see those two videos, which are in the relatively recent videos I did a few weeks ago. I explained there pretty much like, you know, the path I've been through for some years now, and not only the the trainings I've had, professional trainings, but also you know, how can I say this, self-taught trainings, and also like my situation financially, like where I come from, the fact that I was working full-time at some point, and then I stopped to be of help to a parent. And after that, you know, I was in a situation where I was receiving my pension from a bank, just in order for me to make a transition professionally. And I've been now for some time trying to do that transition, but I didn't know how and when and in which way. So I took some months to really reflect, do a lot of inner work, do a lot of soul searching. And recently, things pretty much started to appear and to make complete sense to myself. There's been a big change in paradigm within me. And that big change of paradigm was now focused on being of service to others, to the community, to people, to animals, to nature, to our planet. And this is my main focus. This is the place in which I am and from which I started my reflection and wanted to act in the world in a way that will be positive and yeah, for the world and for, you know, our collective. And for, so recently I started to know what I wanted to do, but I didn't know like how, you know, how, like I had different pieces of the puzzle, but I had a hard time like putting this puzzle together. And I think that now things are becoming much clearer to me. So I will take a few yeah, a few minutes just to talk to you about like what I want to do now. This is something I'm planning on doing. This is something I want to do. Not all the elements are there yet to accomplish it, but you know, I'm going to work on that. And I'm also very confident that when you focus on your soul's mission or your soul's work, well, things naturally also come to you, and you're being helped and supported by the universe. So here is what I want to do. As you know, I've had different backgrounds, different trainings. You know, I've been classical ballet, in archaeology, in iconography, in visual arts. I've did a lot of self-work, in inner work, soul work. I've been also trained in designing, well, in the design of eco-habitat, and also very interested in sustainable living and ways in which we can have more healthy and sustainable living and habits. And yeah, I mean, I've had some experience with gardening in permaculture. Anyway, this, you know, my life has been like a constant thread of like new things, and because I love learning and I love sharing as well. And so I've been really interested in many things in my life, and I feel now is the time, like in my, I don't like the word mission because it looks a bit like pompous, but like what I want to give back to the world and to our collective is some of the stuff that I've learned. And I would love to be able to share that. One of the ways in which this can be done is through this channel, this YouTube channel. But I also wish to perhaps be able to do this in the form of physical workshops, like in-person workshops. I would like to be able to share, create some workshops about all these very varied and very different things in order for people to, to help people find what they really are within themselves, in their soul, find their inner child again, and find the creator within themselves as well, be able to create, to be creative, to be sovereign and self-sustainable and healthy and joyous and enthusiastic and happy and think outside the box and find new ways to live, which are not the ways we've been living until now, which were very destructive and very non-sustainable, either for the planet, for the collective, and for the individual souls. So yeah, that would be my wish, to be able to create different workshops in which people could, small groups, doesn't have to be like 100 people, just a few people at a time to be able to explore together, because I wouldn't be like a teacher, I would be like a facilitator of information, and we can all share on that, we can mutually explore different ways of seeing things depending on each people, and also collaborating and supporting each other and exploring different parts of ourselves and everything. So that to me is really exciting. And also a thing that the conclusion that I've come to lately, I've come to that conclusion a long time ago, but I don't think I was that ready to do the move, but I am now, and I hope to do that before the end of next year, is that I definitely wish to move to the countryside. Not only because my body and my soul needs to be in contact with nature, with animals, with trees, plants, flowers, wind. But before, what was happening is that I used to dream about going in the countryside because I was such a loner, and I was so scared because I'm hypersensible as a person, and I tend to be very affected by people's emotions and by people's presence and energies. So I always used to be very like closing myself, isolating myself in small apartments. I wouldn't see many people in the city and stuff like that. And I've worked a lot on that in the last few months to like be able to create a field around me where I can protect in a way myself and stay sovereign in my energy, in myself and my emotions. So not to sponge out people's energies and things. And for me, it's becoming easier, and it's still a process, but it's becoming easier for me to be able to be in contact with people and not be completely sort of invaded or by their energies, by their emotions, by their stuff, So this is something I really had to heal within me to be able to accomplish my mission, if you want, or what I wish to do. And so I did that, and it's still a work in progress, but I'm working in that journey. I'm walking that path. So it would be easier for me now to be in contact with more people, which I wasn't able or wished to do before. So this is why these workshops start to really make sense now. And I would not want to be going to the countryside just to escape people as I wished to before. And that's probably why my projects never really took form, because I was escaping myself. I wasn't like healing a part of myself or getting myself sovereign in order to deal with people. I was just escaping, and that's probably why it never worked. I do feel that I'm really, really at least healing that, if not healed it completely. And I feel like going to the countryside would be for me not a way of escaping people, but on the contrary, to be more focused, closer to people. And it sounds perhaps paradoxical, but what I've noticed when I went in my experience in Gaspésie, if you go to my previous videos on my channel, I spent part of the summer in Gaspésie in a small area village, and I realized that I really enjoy the small communities, and that's really what I'm not really interested about in the cities anymore. It's that anonymous large group of humans cohabiting without having any links. And I really enjoyed small communities, a village where people start to know each other. Of course, there's like challenges related to that. We all know that. But there's the good things also is that perhaps you have like more one-to-one contact with people, and I like that. And also it's a place where you can really support each other mutually in a way that's more tangible than just like being isolated in a huge city. It's also a place where you can offer services or you know, you can, and people help each other. Like I remember when I was in Gaspésie, you know, some artists in this village would like sell their things, and in return, people would pay them with like a bread or because they were or a baker, or they would, you know, it was really cool, like this sort of barter exchange and stuff like that. And I think that the future of humanity is through small communities. Like this is where I believe in a sort of grassroots movement where we are going to be sovereign as human beings, as individuals, but as communities, starting from like the strength will come from our small communities rather than these large city. Like it doesn't mean that large cities cannot be fructifying. It's just that cities probably will need to be creating smaller pods, you know, of people who collaborate, who know each other, and you know. But that's another topic. So I want to move to the countryside, to be closer to a community, to be closer to people with whom I can exchange, support mutually, and bring things and receive things, and in a form of exchange. I want to live in the countryside because I also want to be close to nature, because I have a strong connection to nature, to animals as well, and to the earth, obviously, and the earth spirits as well. You know, this is something that's always been fascinating to me, is the elementals and the elements of nature that most of us cannot see, but that are there and that are helping to harmonize our planet Gaia, Terra. And I want to help, I want to collaborate with these beings and give good energies to the earth, and perhaps have a garden and cultivate in a permaculture way. The other thing I would like to do in the countryside would be to not only have a cat and a dog, because I'm missing being in contact with the presence of animals, but I would also like to welcome in my house, one at a time, an animal, a cat, a dog, or an animal that needs care, or a bit like a caring family. I don't know if that's the word. It's not adopting the actual animal, but just like taking the animal for a few weeks or months and just care for that animal, be there for that animal, give him or her some care, some love, and then try to find a way for this animal to move on to another family, loving family or something. And that's something I'd like to do. I would like to help harmonize the life of certain animals that have been hurt, or, you know, and something like that. That's also something I would like to do. So there would be the workshops, they would be living in nature and, you know, helping harmonize nature. They would be taking care of animals and, you know, helping certain animals. And yeah, and just be myself and be, and also do continue my YouTube channels, and, you know, continue doing what I've been doing also, like I was doing in Gaspésie, you know, when I was giving tips about, you know, how to do a garden and permaculture approach, or like how to do things more sustainably and things like that. So that could be super exciting, and I would love to continue my YouTube channel. And but also I would love to create some workshops in one-to-one or with small groups to share some of the knowledge or things I've learned, and yeah, things like that. Also, I would be continuing my creativity, probably doing my Japanese paper collages, which I love doing, and also my videos I like to create with videos that are honoring our planet Gaia, and how to create a new Earth that's beautiful and that honors already what's amazing about our planet. So this is why I always do these small videos. Also create these small meditations, either one-to-one people or in small groups, or through my YouTube channel again. So that would be my dream. So that's something I really want to do. So to do that, I wish to purchase, if possible, perhaps at the beginning, I would eventually have to rent a small place, or I don't know yet how that's going to take form. But the objective would be to purchase a very small habitat, like a small house. It would be more like a cabin or a chalet, or, like a very tiny house. It doesn't have to be like an actual tiny house, like on wheels or anything like that. Just like a small habitat on a land it doesn't have to be that big, but that has like a bit of a forest behind, in which there can be like this woods and forest like atmosphere and presence, and a little bit of place to garden. And I would like this place to be close to a village. And this village, I'm not going to say the name for now because I'm not there yet, but I'm just putting there the pieces there. This village in the south here of Quebec, where I have a family that lives there. And I've noticed that with time, I always wanted to escape in other places. And, I wanted to live in Berlin, and I wanted to live in the Scandinavian countries. I wanted to live in Gaspésie. And I was always in this pattern of like wanting to live elsewhere and sort of escaping my own reality and my own issues and my own things I had to heal and stuff. And I've been healing a lot of things lately in the last few months. And I realized that, we are born in families, and not because, okay, there's challenges sometimes, but our families are also a way for us to support each other mutually, be there for each other. And we also bring a lot to each other. And there's like life, there's like soul contracts, we take with our members of our family. And I believe personally that now that our family can be a tribe of people, like a smaller microcosm of like a small community, and while keeping your own sovereignty, your own space, and your intimacy and whatever, it's possible to, and anyway, that's what I wish to do now, is to collaborate with some members of my family in order to help that create that beautiful new earth, 5D new earth that we're working on right now. And I've noticed in my family a lot of artistic talents and people with many gifts. And I think it would be interesting to collaborate together uh, to create sustainable ways of living, to support each other, but also to bring things to the world and to the collective and be of service then to life and to the collective. So that is why I would like to move close to my family in that area, in that village. And it's a small community, so it would be nice. I would be able to perhaps, have some exchanges with people in the community. It wouldn't be just like around my family, but, opening the things a bit wider to a larger community. So that's my dream. That's what I want to do. That's what I decided I'm going to do. Now I have to find the ways to co-manifest this reality. Well, first of all, the financial means to actually buy a place eventually, and to be able to do my workshops and to live there, and to, have my parents come sometimes. This way they have a place to like enjoy the country. So, just things like that. So this way it can be of use to many people. But yeah, so I need to co-manifest the means to do that. So I'm still wondering if I'm going to be trying to work from here in my little studio in Montreal and try to work online, because I don't have the job, and I try not to wear the things on my face anymore as much as possible. So it's a bit difficult for me to find a job right now with these elements. So I try to find either a job online and try to make as much money possible. Well, not make money, but just like save some money for that project, or eventually just try to go there, move there, and try to maybe find a place to rent and just do some little works, little jobs, and try to make a bit of money, but also help people while I'm doing that, and try to see if I can just try to integrate myself into this community and try to make enough money just to the means to be able to realize my project. So it's still, like I'm I don't have all the answers right now, but I'm just putting this project out there in the world because I'm very excited about it. And I know it for the first time of my life. I think I know exactly where I want to go. Like I feel it in my heart. I'm not hesitant. I'm not like, oh, this or that as well. And because I'm a Gemini, so Gemini tends to like always hesitate between like different options. I really know what I want now. This is what I want. I know this is where I want to live. This is how I want to live. And this is what I want to do in terms of like giving to people and be of service to life and to the collective. So that's really exciting. I still don't know exactly how it's going to take place, but I just wanted to share it. And I will keep you posted on the different ways in which this will evolve and throughout the upcoming weeks and months and years. And I'll continue to be doing my YouTube channel videos with, as usual, my meditations, my videos that honor the beauty of Terra and the earth, and also continue my sustainable living and healthy living videos and all the stuff I do. I'll continue that. And if I move one day to this place, I will continue doing that as well, because this is already what I'm doing and this is what really matters to me most. So I'm gonna leave you there because I don't want this to be too much of a long video, but I just wanted to share that because I'm really excited. I don't know how it's gonna take place, but I have faith, really deep faith in life. And I know that if your focus is based on being of service to life and being of service to others, things take another tangent generally. Like if you do things just for your own benefits, and if you're just like, I want to get money and I want to have a house to myself, if you do that in that way, usually things don't work that well. But the fact that, my purpose is not to like work on like have stuff for me, but I just want to make this available to people. I want people to be inspired for their life to change, and that's such a beautiful objective that I know that life is just going to be wonderful, and I'll be supported in my way of like getting the means to do that and realize it. So I'll let you go now. I wish you a beautiful day and talk to you soon. Bye.